The Meisner Technique was developed by Sanford Meisner as early as the 1930s at a place called the Neighborhood Playhouse in New York City. And it's now a world-renowned technique used among amateur actors as well as Hollywood's elite actors and actresses. And Meisner realized that most actors were too often in their head when they acted, and it led to an untruthful and inauthentic performance. And that's where Meisner developed the approach specifically in regards to the repetition exercise for the outcome to get the actor out of their head and to have the actor be present and behave instinctively to their surrounding environment, to get the attention off of themselves so as to focus on the behavior of their partner. And Meisner was often known as saying, what you do doesn't depend on you, it depends on your partner. And so to pull all of our focus on the other so as to get the attention away from ourselves, and the first thing that this leads us to is being in the moment, because to be present for the actor is the ideal, and the opposite of that is to be in a place of anticipation and to be in your head is death to the actor. So we must be in the moment and not anticipate, and that's what we're doing, is training to be in the present and not work from your head. And so from there we start to learn to listen effectively and more acutely, and that's where the vulnerability and the bonding comes in, and the empathy and so on, which you will see in a video that is accompanied to this one. And the way it works in this exercise is that two participants sit across from each other and respond to each other through a repeated phrase. And the phrase is about each other's behavior and how it reflects what is going on between them in the moment. And the way the phrase is repeated changes in meaning, tone, and intensity to correspond with the behavior that each other is producing toward the other. And so through this device, the actor stops thinking of what to say and do and just responds more freely and spontaneously in relation to their emotional instincts. And so the idea is that this exercise conditions you, like building a muscle, to react instinctively and not to react from intellect. And because in real life we are often curating behavior to fit a certain expectation or to be polite, and so we kind of shut down a lot of instincts, and certainly we monitor our own vulnerability. And we have to almost retrain ourselves through this exercise to be more vulnerable. And you need to build this muscle memory so you can work from that place with more strength. And so from doing the exercise and repeating, we are building our listening, which, as the godfather, so to speak, of emotional intelligence, Daniel Goleman, would say, it is in the moments of total attention that interpersonal chemistry occurs, and it starts with listening. And so from listening, you feel with your partner, and in doing so, you're generating an empathy. And in your partner being off of themselves and putting their focus on you, you have an immediate feedback about your interpersonal state, which therefore generates a self-awareness in you. And in being present with the person, letting go of your thought and control and monitoring yourself, you allow yourself to be vulnerable, and so as to react and relate completely instinctually, emotionally. And that is the goal of the Meisner repetition technique.